I feel like I need more coffee.
All right. Everybody always needs more coffee.
Thursday, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2.
I'll do a comparison, like how much weight we both lost compared to the last video we did.
Did we?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I'm wearing black. Black has a slimming effect. That's why I'm wearing this. That's the other thing that kills me. I've been exercising and it hasn't started to show yet.
I think it's been getting worse for me, man.
Yeah. Another nice thing about living in America, salads. Right. I'm looking forward to that, but I can't say that because America's a barbarian food desert. But I digress. I can't see so good without my glasses.
You know, it's one of those things that have a million different things.
And you
I
can't
have like
find
about
any
100 of those.
Of course, yeah.
I have so many cameras here. I won't scare you, man. I'll do the drop test separately, unless you want to drop it. I don't feel like we're building it right now.
That's the thing. I know that when you drop it, it's just gonna explode.
Shit, yeah,
and
this one I think will explode.
I would feel bad.
I think the vehicles will be fine.
Yeah, the vehicles will be all right. Are you gonna drop it all together?
I don't know. Last time I did them separately. We'll find out.
Okay.
Cough it all out.
I gotta stop smoking crap.
Yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Brickmeupscottie. I'm Scottie. Hi, you're watching BMUS. I'll put some explosions on Sean right now. Boom, 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 boom.
It's Brick Me Up Scottie and Blow Me Up Sean. Thanks a lot.
Sean, there you go.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Maybe I should just blow your head off.
Something like that.
You know, do some effects.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then you can see that my brain is empty. Sorry.
So today we're looking at the continuation of the last set that we reviewed.
Yes.
From Pangu. And just so you know, Pangu is actually a sub-brand of another brand called Happy Build. And Sean has no idea. We're gonna do a quick review of another set right now.
Yeah. I'm having this sprung on me.
I'm not gonna do the sword. This is another brand, but this is hella fun looking. I'm gonna cut you up with this thing.
This is the Choi Gam Gong, which you would have to.
This is actually from an anime, man.
Right.
I'll review this one another day. But it's actually pretty cool. It's like God of War, right? Kratos needs stuff too, right?
I never understood, to be honest, I've never understood that in anime, the penchant for like gigantic swords. I don't get it. And I'm not even gonna make the easy dick joke. Nice, I like that. I'd wear that for jewelry.
Oh, we are going to look at it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought I'd break this out because I built this and I'm like, Sean's a handyman, right? And Sean, you like to fix things.
Handy person, yeah. It's actually, I think it's bigger than the one I actually own.
Okay, I'll let you grip it.
All right.
And I'm going to tell everyone what it is. So what you're looking at is Happy Builds.
Electric drill.
YC22017.
1,026 pieces.
For ages 8 and up.
Yeah.
And just to show you the book here, I don't have the box. But for those of you who don't know, we are the official distributor for Pangu and Happy Build here in Asia and Hong Kong.
Nice.
So, you know,
congratulations.
That's from us. Do it. These are all available on brickmeupscottie.com.
Yes.
There's a book. The book is actually pretty cool. I like the design of this book. Color looks nice. It does look like a brand.
Bosch. Bosch or even Makita. Not Milwaukee is red, DeWalt is yellow, but yeah, Bosch or Makita or some Chinese brands even.
Makita, whatever that is. This is more of a Technic build, but I still enjoyed it. It's a little bit tricky on some parts because that's why I don't do Technic, man. You got to be a pro to do Technic stuff.
I see.
Super solid build, right?
Yes.
Hasn't fallen off on you yet?
Not yet.
And I actually have some extra bits here.
Oh, extra drill bits. Okay.
So a lot of people are asking, like, can you use it? Unfortunately.
No, you could not. First of all, these are plastic. Even if they were something like ABS, this is not going to cut it.
Yeah, and the other thing is it goes on a circular.
Or it's not going to drill it.
It goes on a circular stud, right? So if you just twist it, it'll just like pop off. So it's just going to spin.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to get a screw out and Okay, flathead screw. What is this? I have no idea what that would be for. I should wear my glasses because I can't see otherwise.
This one's to pleasure your girl.
Phillips head, yeah, something like that. It's
might work, right?
Yeah, depends on the girl, I suppose. But yeah, this is a nice detail. The hexagonal, which normally this part of the drill is called a chuck. You would put that in there and tighten the chuck down. So this, even though it doesn't work here on this in real life, that's what they look like. The handle, and I have fairly big hands, or so I've been told. You know what they say about men with big hands? Big gloves. This is not ergonomic. That, like, especially if you're working 10 hours a day running a screw gun. You want something that's gonna at least feel vaguely comfortable. That does not. However, I appreciate the beefiness of it.
And I appreciate that they're doing tools. Whoever ever thought of doing a tool?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Will they release other ones? I have no idea.
I still remember are you old enough to, do you remember Fisher Price? Like
Yeah, the little
you could pull the, they had a bunch of, but they had a little, like for children, they had a chainsaw. Even for the 80s, that was a bit much, I felt. But this is good.
So you build it from the bottom up, and the bottom has the battery pack in
Right,
there.
just like in real life.
Unfortunately, it is a little bit hard to get into that battery pack. You have to take pieces off to get in there. So make sure you put your batteries inside first. It does use double A's inside, but they have a power function here, so it looks like
Yeah, that's very nice.
like a USB, or you can attach this to another motor on the outside, so you don't have to use batteries.
Oh, okay.
I'm not quite sure. The power switch is there. You can flip it on.
And it lights up, doesn't it? Just like the real one. A real one, you don't have to actually turn it on. It just sits there waiting.
Right.
But
And I kind of wish it could disconnect a little bit easier, but you have wires going through here, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit tricky. And it was a little bit tricky in the manual as well, trying to figure out like which way everything kind of slots in. But I got it in the first time.
Yeah.
Then you have the handle here. Unfortunately, to me, that doesn't look like, I don't know, it doesn't feel comfortable as a handle. The top piece here,
yes,
so you mess around, has to be pushed either forward or back.
I see.
Push it forward, and then now you can try
Okay.
to turn it on. There you go.
How do I shut it off?
You have to like, don't say, well, that shuts it off there,
Or
or the bottom, or you have to like pull
oh, okay, yeah.
this handle back out.
That doesn't make sense. Because in real life, yeah, the trigger is always spring-loaded. This is kind of nice because it reminds me of the battery release on a lot of
Yeah,
them.
right.
It's made where you could just grab it and
Line it up.
yeah, change it out.
So,
Does the set have a charger?
no, just double A battery.
No. I mean like
No.
that you would build. Oh, okay. Because that's always the thing with these. You buy the drill.
Going the other direction now, by the way. Just turn the power.
Okay, yeah. It spins both ways.
Does it hurt? You want me to get it in?
Whoops.
Yeah, see that part comes off.
Yeah. Okay, so it's very safe. Child
I
safe.
don't know if it'll go through paper. It might go through paper.
No, it won't. It won't. Because if it goes through paper, it would go through a child's skin.
That doesn't hurt the guy.
Yeah, exactly. It really doesn't. But that's good because it's a toy.
But yeah, it's only on a single thing, so even if I put it on here, it's not going to really spin if I hold on to it.
Right. Yeah.
So that's kind of loose. But that's cool that you have the extra bits, you know?
Yeah. I mean, again, this thing isn't supposed to be functional. It's just supposed to look like the thing, right?
Right.
Okay.
There you go. Happy build, electric drill.
Whoops.
In the center, it just kind of like, it won't do anything, right? And then I think this is supposed to be able to go back and forth as well, like
Yeah.
go forward to the right.
Exactly. Reversing.
back,
Yeah.
But it's not doing it that way. It seems like,
Which, again, on a real one, the button for that is right next to the trigger. You would do it with your thumb in case you want to reverse or whatever.
Sean pushed the button in. That
Yeah.
the only kind of like downside is it can kind of go in and get like out of the way kind of thing like that.
Whoops. Yeah.
All you have to do is just slide it back up and push it there. Can kind of take,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, in theory, oh, it's still attached. That's not good.
but see the battery pack is, because the wire is going up all the way,
Right.
right? So how are you going to get the batteries down from here, you know? Put the batteries in first and leave it just for show, man.
No, it's nice. I like it.
Stickers on here. Happy build.
It's very, like I always say, it's convincing. Like, certainly you wouldn't have to guess, gee, what is that? And I'm kind of glad that it doesn't like transform into a robot or something we can't talk about on a child-friendly channel. But yeah,
That was a surprise build.
I like it.
For you because, happy build.
Yes.
It's also known as Pangu, which we're going to look at this crazy thing
Right.
in front of us. So now on to the main event. This is Pangu's
Moscow Defense War,
PG12007.
3,700 pieces plus.
For 14 and up.
Yes, it's a simulation scene.
Start to act.
Start to act.
Sean, I got to do that thing again, man. I had to put a disclaimer. Exactly the same thing as I did in the last video.
Yes.
Because it might be sensitive to some people seeing this kind of thing. And I was actually showing Sean another set that is coming out, maybe coming out, maybe not coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Sean's like, no, I'm putting that image over us right now.
The thing of it is, look, this is, well, to some people it's ancient history. This is World War II. And countries still exist, even if political parties don't, which for Germany is a good thing. Yeah, just the basic disclaimer would be although these sets kind of favor the Red Army, the Soviet Army, the Russian Army, that is not to be in any way construed as an endorsement of the current situation at all.
Just see this as a diorama set, exactly like the last one. And I felt like this one is just as amazing as the other one. And when I saw the plane crashing into the building and you see me moving it around, I'm like, yo, I had to build this thing, and it actually still impresses me by looking at this thing. This is an amazing diorama set. Some people mention that too. You can use this like for a post-apocalyptic scene.
Yeah.
You're right. You can move all.
Yeah, if you move all the military stuff
right.
out of it.
Move all that out of the way. And same deal with the building. I'm pretty sure that's based on a discontinued Lego set.
I'm fairly certain as well.
I'm pretty sure it's a Grand Emporium. It's so tall, I can't even show you the manual right here. There's the manual for you. It's actually pretty straightforward. It's exactly the same as the other one. And before I forget, there was a very big mistake that they made. The Section 8 bags is supposed to build the airplane, but I actually jumped ahead and went to build the outside part first. And then bag 9 is actually the airplane, so I had to kind of like, that was their mistake. They screwed that up in the manual. It's easy to follow, you'll get it. Yeah. When you open the bag and realize, oh, the colors and pieces are not correct.
Right.
You'll know. And just to show you very quickly there, or there. Everything's so big, I have to like move around and shift around everything, but easy to follow. No problems at all. I had fun building this set, and it's also very different from the other set. The tanks are totally different.
Yes.
The scene is totally different.
Yes.
You feel like it's not repeating.
Right.
And it feels totally fresh. This was all in wintertime.
Yes, all the repetition is thematic.
Biggest downside to the set is it's so skinny and tall. I was telling Sean, I carried this whole set. I bumped into a wall and the whole thing fell over like dominoes, and it was not fun to put back together.
I can imagine.
This one you definitely have to be careful. Later on, I'll show you what it looks like. We take everything off, how I lift it up. But other than that, when I put it here and when I see it, I'm like, it's amazing. But I have no idea what I'm looking at, which is why I brought Sean back.
Yeah.
See it for yourself and let us know what you think.
All right. This is one of those sets that kind of takes a bit of a liberty with actual history, but considering what the end result is, like, I don't mind. Realistically speaking, this never happened in Moscow. The Germans never got closer than 30 kilometers, which is 19 miles for Americans. Because we did the last one was Battle of Kiev?
Barbarossa.
Just Barbarossa, okay. The German high command wanted to take Moscow mostly for like psychological reasons, but Hitler insisted on going after Ukraine first because of course Europe's breadbasket. So by the time that they switched over, things had already started to deteriorate, not in any really bad fashion, but you know, the old set was Napoleon of all people, because he'll come in later. An army marches on its stomach, especially if you have machines. The army also moves on the spare parts truck. That was one of the problems the Germans ran into. There was that. October and November, the Rasputitsa, which is the mud season in Russia. It'll snow and then warm up, or it'll rain, and the entire countryside just turns to mud. And so it was very difficult to move. So this, in theory, could have happened, but it just never did. The guy in charge of the attempt to take Moscow, von Brauchitsch, he was relieved of command, and Hitler became supreme commander of the German armed forces, which for the rest of us is a good thing, because a failed Austrian painter and former corporal isn't necessarily a good set of qualifications to be the commander-in-chief. You know, this was the worst winter of the 20th century in Europe. It was also, oddly enough, I remember reading this as a kid, it was the worst winter in Russia since Napoleon attempted his invasion of Russia. So some people thought, oh, that's very interesting. I remember as a kid, like the Germans didn't have warm weather clothing, and they sort of put out a general announcement. And there was an image of a German soldier. Some woman had sent her fur coat. And so there's this guy in like one of those German helmets and a fur coat, and his friends are laughing at him.
Overall impressions for the set, super amazing.
Yes.
But really weird on the plates design, because it's like a giant triangle. Kind of like the last one, right? The last one was not really a triangle. It was kind of oddly shaped, but well, you have like, looks like a giant wing or something that it's sitting on, and it has a little bit of height like the last one. Yes. You could attach it to the other one, but it won't make sense. I love the white snow to it, and the fact that you have the tanks. You have 3 vehicles, 2 tanks, you got the jet, you have no figures.
I don't think this airplane is to scale with the rest of it. because this airplane seems awfully large
Yeah,
in some dimensions compared to the tank.
We'll take all these off later.
Right.
We'll go through this, at one time here in the front first.
Yes.
We got the pagoda in the very front.
Yes.
And that was actually easy. That's a separate build. It just slots in here.
Okay, good.
It's pretty sturdy.
Yes.
They have like barricades inside. A little barrel, like this kind of it's on a swivel piece.
Nice.
And it has a little hat down there.
Yeah.
Right, snow cap hat. And there's a flag on one side, and there's a drink on the other side. Let's spin this around for Sean.
Nice.
Can you read what it says on the drink? There's actually a sticker on it. Speaking of stickers, it does come with some stickers. Not a lot. While Sean's reading that, I'll show you the sticker sheet right here, because I did half of the stickers only, because I did not want the stickers going over tiles, and they are going over tiles. So I used the stickers on some of the vehicles on the front side, but not on the other side.
W-O-J...
If you don't want to use stickers, don't use stickers. I think it looks fine without them.
Was it
W-O-J-C-E-K? Wojciech?
Wojciech. I don't know what that means. I would have assumed it was a Molotov cocktail. One of the things the Russians did do was they mobilized the civilian population of Moscow to dig trenches and tank traps and stuff like that. One thing, you were mentioning the tiles. One thing I like that they didn't have to do is like they elevated the sidewalk, like this little layer. It's fantastic.
The tracks for the tanks, it's like it's pushing the snow.
Yeah.
That effect is so good.
Yes, especially with the texture.
Yeah, right.
Which the texture isn't accurate, but the fact that the texture exists, I really like.
Similar to the other one where like street lamps have fallen down in different places.
Right.
You have debris all over the road.
Yeah.
A little window here, but
and covered in snow.
Yeah, it's all covered in snow. And instead of a gun from the last set, we have these two barricades.
Those are tank traps. It goes back to what we now call area denial. That basically you put these things here, and it just means like a tank or other vehicles can't go. It's a way of closing things off without necessarily building a massive wall. So yeah, and in real life they would build these, you just kind of like weld I-beams together in a certain configuration and just drop them there.
It's actually
secured.
It's secured and mounted into the set, so that's good.
Very nice.
And then we come to the front of this building here. The building itself was actually fine to put together. It was after I hit it on the walls. It's more loose now. You build all three walls kind of individually, and it does slot together, but it's still really, really flimsy, and you'll see why on the back. But I like the look.
Yes.
Classic burger joint. Stickers were not on before Sean came in here. Like,
okay.
I put it on, and I figured, okay, I'll put this one on for this video.
Yeah.
But I like the brickwork look of the building.
Yes, definitely, very nice.
Kind of blown off looking, and the windows.
The window, yes, I was going to mention that too. Yes. The windows are really interesting.
Gives you all more
broken
details there.
Yes.
And looks like missing pieces.
Yes, and as you said, this is one of these things where, again, they've managed with just bricks to really recreate certain architectural traits that you see on buildings even today. So that's really interesting. What is that?
It's like a window, like being blown up. So they have like all these little aesthetic
window needs
features.
Viagra.
Oh. Plane going to the building.
The plane.
Amazing, and yes, the plane can come out very easily. So I'll take that out in a bit for you.
All right.
We'll come to the back here. The building is cut in half again, and there's nothing there. Oh, there's a couple things on the inside. There's a blown off door in the inside.
Yes.
And there's a couple dead plants and pots here.
Well, yeah.
And then lots of these pillars. These pillars are the things that are holding up this set, and it is, yeah, you can see it's like tall and skinny, easy to fall off. It is super barren. That's why it's like so loose. You need to be really careful when you're putting that in. It's different height.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's weird.
And underneath too, like where the pillars are. Structurally,
you'd think they would spring for like a couple of extra ones to bridge this together, tighten it up. You know what I mean? Like try to make it.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Maybe it was intended to be this way for a reason. You know, but
the inside looks nice. The detail of the walls and stuff, the columns.
Right, the brick look.
Yeah.
It's plain, but you know, you're looking at this thing more of the diorama for the front.
Yeah.
Set. There's more details along the rooftop too, just to show you like the railings look like they're kind of popping off.
Right.
Even on the side here.
Well, yeah, it got smashed into by an airplane.
Still having that snow or that white look to that, I think really helps those. It's really, really good. So it's easy to take the vehicles off. We saw us holding up the tanks earlier. So Sean, you can take that tank off.
All right.
The tank off and get an idea what the set looks like without the vehicles. For the plane itself, all you have to do is just lift it up and slide it up here and out of the way. I should actually take the rooftop part off a little bit. Let's see, it's caught there a little bit. Oh, it's gonna crash.
There we go.
You're actually supposed to take these pieces off first, take the jet out. So let's see one more time just to give them an overview of no vehicles. Now it's a post-apocalyptic zombie world.
Exactly.
You know, put this in your big city.
Very Metro 2033.
Yeah, I haven't even finished those games yet. Man, I need to go back and I keep replaying the first one over and over.
Sure.
And then I just never get to finish it. I'll do a nice beautiful turn for you guys. There's the pillars there. It's a very weak structure.
Yeah, which,
you know, just like the real thing.
I was gonna say, yeah, which I'm not really sure that's a useful kind of realism, but whatever.
You know, I can pick this thing up. Sean's like, oh no, he's terrified. So you can pick this thing up, but it will loosen up over time. I can already see it getting loose here. It's already popping off here. Now, as I mentioned, when you're first building it, it's super sturdy. So be very careful carrying it around, because once it comes off, it's going to be very hard to put back on. The bottom parts of the building are on hinges. See, I loosened this one up for sure, see?
Yeah.
It's gonna really fall over any second. But this side's fine. It's because this side's shattered.
Oh, okay.
So like putting it all back together was really tricky, and I probably should have like pushed down more to hold it.
No, like I said, I like it because it captures the essence of what's going on. It's not meticulously detailed, but it doesn't have to be. And the detail that it does include, like these tank tracks, I think it's fantastic.
Oh yeah, there's a trash can here.
Yes.
It actually had a loose piece, and in the instructions it's very clear that it's a loose piece that can come off. It doesn't attach to here. Of course I lost it. And then you got a bus sign here on the side there.
Nice.
There's more of the street lamps in the front.
Okay.
Snow caps. Yeah. Overall, very cool. I like it. Okay, now it's time to look at the vehicles. So we're looking at the bad guy tank or the good guy tank?
Well, for now we'll say the bad guy tank. This is most likely, and it's certainly this is a Panzer IV, which was essentially the workhorse of the German army throughout World War II. In theory, the Germans would have painted the tank white, although they would have done the whole thing, so it's hard to tell if we're supposed to think this is just snow falling on Panzer or that they painted it, but it doesn't really matter.
I think it's snow.
Okay.
I think it's definitely snow.
Okay.
You can see the sticker there.
Yeah.
On one side of the sticker, it has like a cross.
Although,
with
yeah.
It, like covered up in a little bit of snow there.
Right, but then the 32 is on top of it. Who knows, anyway. But that was one of those things that, again, it was sort of like a yearly ritual for all the armies. They would just have to slather white paint on the tank. And then in the spring, of course, you had to get rid of it. But yes, this is the Panzer IV. The last one had this too, didn't it?
No, it didn't have this thing.
This little thingamab.
I sent the picture to you.
Oh, okay.
Like, yo, Sean, this is amazing.
Yeah,
it looks like it's
that's
firing
pretty cool.
out.
Yes.
That is so cool,
yes.
man.
And you even see the round, so that's quite nice.
So you guys can just totally emulate this with your pieces, you know?
Yeah.
What a great idea.
Yes.
The tank, again, does feel a little bit smaller.
I think the tank actually fits. I think it's just that the plane is too big. I think the tank seems roughly in scale with the buildings.
There's no hatches that open up on this one.
Right.
You can take this piece off, but there's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. There's no interior.
Super solid build.
Very nice, yes.
You know, baby little tracks on here.
Yeah.
But I had zero issues putting this together. I was like, yo, Sean, man, I got this thing done really fast.
One thing I did notice that's a bit odd is they went to the trouble to make this, and the tracks are actually just slightly too narrow that they don't actually fit in it, right?
Yeah, the size.
It's one of those things where it's so close, you wonder why they didn't tweak it one way or the other.
Probably just the size of the bricks, and they can't be perfect, right?
Yeah. So the other thing I would point out, just weird technical details, is that this is the short barrel 75 millimeter gun, which was an improvement over the 50 millimeter, but it was not the 75 they would eventually put on this. And the reason that they had to do that was because of the other tank we're going to look at.
Oh, okay.
So, yes. But this is nice. Like I said, the thing for me that's most important is you can look at this and immediately tell exactly what it is.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and even like there are parts of the tank, even both tanks, where it slants down, but the plane as well. Like all the pieces that slant, they slot in there really nicely. Good. And you know, it rolls just fine on the side. Like, not supposed to roll it, I guess, but it's not the right floor to do it in. But super sturdy. I love putting this together.
Sturdy is always good.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So that is this tank, and just to show you on this side, there's a couple stickers there, the 32 that you saw on the cross. And there's supposed to be like one more back here. I did not put the 32 on there.
Right.
And just to show you without any sticker there, you know,
Yeah.
so you guys can choose if you want sticker or no sticker.
This might be a Panzer III, but I doubt it, because certainly by that point in the war, they were not trying to send that thing out in the front. Anyway.
This one is definitely more beefier.
Big. Yes, the T-34, which we may have discussed earlier. I don't recall. I don't recall, actually. But again, it has the thing. It has the
Right, so they look like they're firing at each other.
Yes, exactly. Like they're both creeping around these corners and go suddenly, oops, which did sometimes happen in real life. But
So
yes,
the good guys.
well, relatively speaking, yes. I mean, as long as you're not Hungarian or Czech or Romanian or whatever.
This one only has one sticker.
Yes.
There, the star.
Yes.
There's no other stickers.
Right.
And the other side looks like this.
Yes.
And just like the other one, there's a little bit of details that we, you know, like the shovel on the other one.
Yes.
This one, I was actually missing one more of these pieces here. So I did have a couple missing pieces. Didn't bother me.
Okay.
But this one actually does have, the hatches do open up.
Okay. But it's
There.
still.
And there, but
Whoa.
oh, the gun fell off. There's a little gun there on the top. That was fun to build. You cannot fit a figure inside. For
No,
sure.
definitely not. And it's definitely not to scale. But yes, the T-34, and it's vaguely relevant even though this is not historically accurate. The T-34 was one of the first of the big nasty surprises the Germans encountered, because unless you could somehow sneak behind it and shoot it in the butt, so to speak, the German shells would just bounce off of it. That's one of the reasons they had to redesign this, and they went to like the Tigers with the 88 millimeter guns, because the T-34 would just take. Now, granted, it probably was not fun to be in the T-34 for that noise, but it just beats being dead.
Lots of little cool little details along the top too. More shovels.
I mean, again, the fact that you can look at it and immediately know exactly what it is.
This one actually uses dual.
Oh,
this is
nice.
like two lines of
Right.
the small baby tracks.
Yeah, because the T-34, definitely one of the signature things about it is very wide treads, because they knew they'd be dealing with mud and dirt and everything else.
I love that look when it's firing off.
Yeah.
And then you got a little gun there on the top.
Yeah, it's actually not little. That's the, was it Dushka? 12-7, 50 millimeter. That's one of those weird things, like 50 caliber, not 50 millimeter. 12.7 millimeters is half an inch, or 50 caliber. So yes.
Very simple to put together.
Yeah.
Again, super sturdy.
Say that 4 times.
I know, right?
Super sturdy. Super sturdy.
On there.
There we go.
This one fits a little bit better.
Yeah, exactly.
How fun is that?
And you still can't really, you could, quick.
It's like almost there.
Almost, it's very close.
OCD killing you?
Down a little bit, little bit.
No. Well, let's look at the last but not least. Probably my favorites.
Yes, it's probably originally began a Messerschmitt Bf-109. Again, one of the mainstays of the German Luftwaffe, the Air Force. And at this point into October, November of 1941, even December, the Germans did have command of the air, at least early on. They lost it pretty quickly, but yeah.
I've had so much fun putting this together.
Yeah.
I kind of want to build more jets like this. And there's another brand called Jackie.
Okay.
We just put on the store. I haven't tried those yet. If you guys have bought that, let me know if those are any good, because those look really good. I can actually show Sean.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah, F2 Hell Tiger, they're making that up.
German Iron Horse Fighter. Are they making that up?
I think that's one of those direct translation issues. That's a P-51 Mustang.
F2F Hellfighter Tiger.
That's sort of made up. It looks like half a Wildcat, half a Hellcat, you know.
But anyway, those ones are smaller.
Yeah,
This one is
yeah.
Still, like, this one was amazing to put together.
Yeah.
I love the details on the snow, on the jet. On
Yes,
the
very nice.
tail, everything too.
Even these molded pieces, I like.
Right.
It's just because it's a nice little detail.
And the propeller.
Yes, which should be bigger, but who cares?
Yeah, right. So the scale again, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But you can fit a figure in this one for sure.
Definitely. Which is
open
one
it up.
reason, as I said, it
Figure
probably
inside.
isn't. There we go. Okay.
One from the symbol block set. Just wanted to get some ramen, man.
Yes. I'm sure somewhere there's an anime of some young Japanese man flying a Messerschmitt, but it's not World War II. It's a different galaxy or something. Who knows?
Yeah, at least you can get a guy in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And the other cool thing is the wheels do actually
Oh.
come out. See
Very, and with the stop on them and everything, that's nice.
I'll let you hold it and take a look.
Okay, very nice. Yeah. And again, this is one of these cases where it's not an exact reproduction, but it's obvious what it is, and it's nice detail. Oh, that's nice. It's got some heft to it.
Sorry guys, my mic ran out of battery, so I probably had to just borrow off of Sean's mic, so the audio might kind of sound weird.
No.
I've been screwing up all my audio lately on my videos.
Okay. That's all right. But yeah, I like this. It's nice. And,
yeah,
and as you said, the snow detail really makes it.
I almost like this more than the entire set.
Because this is like you were saying, it's well built, it's sturdy, which it shouldn't really be an issue. Like I was saying with the inside, you'd think that they'd figure out that there's got to be a way to make everything level, tie it together.
We'll slide this back out here.
Okay. And reinsert the airplane.
So it actually helps to take this rooftop part off.
Oh, okay.
First, just a little bit there.
Yeah, that.
And then
yeah,
you just drop it in through here, like crash, and see it through this window here. Bloop. And then you just kind of just rest it.
I even like the way that they didn't
peacefully there.
Put snow on the part that's sticking into the building. It's just one of those things. It's nice that they paid attention.
The video is complete. I'm so sorry about the audio, man. It sucked trying to edit together. Hopefully it wasn't too disturbing. What's more disturbing is it's time to do dimensions and then drop tests. That's right. Sean is gone far, far away because he does not want to see this being dropped. But I know a lot of you do want to see it being dropped. So for dimensions, this one here, we'll do this without any vehicles on here. It is pretty big. So if I swing it this way and go like this, we'll take 3 base plates, because yes, this thing is going to be really long. We'll stack it here. 1, 2, and 3. You're looking at around 80 studs by length, something like that. Now to get the other side, because it is a triangle, it's kind of tricky. If I go like this and bring this bad boy over here, I put 1 plate here and put another plate here. I do a 3rd one across like this, like so. I'm just kind of guessing, guys. I think it should be something like this right there. You're looking like pretty close to about 50 studs by width. Now break out your 1x4 bricks. Let's check the height. So put it here. You know, it might be a little bit higher, a little bit lower, depending if you want this thing on a plate. And you're looking at about 34 bricks in height all the way across. Of course, once you put the airplane inside, the tail will stick out a little bit larger. So just make sure you got room. Okay, this is tank number 1. I don't even know the name of the tanks anymore. Sean, where are you when I need you? Okay, you're looking at about 10 studs by width and around 20 studs by length. I'm not including the part that's being fired out just from end to end there. So yeah, it is kind of small, right? Now break out your 1x4 bricks, check the height. But put it here, right there. That is around roughly 4 bricks in height. You want to see it from a little bit of a bird's eye view there. Does it look good? It's a little itty bitty small. What about tank number 2? Okay, this is Mr. Beef. You're looking at about 23 studs by length. Again, without this part on there. And by width, it's kind of like around 11 studs. 10, it's a little bit bigger than the other one for sure. But what about the height? Stack it up. Oh, I guess I'll do it over here because this gun is the highest part. Oh, it's like 9 bricks in height. Just because of this gun is 1 brick higher than the other. You want to see that bird's eye view again? How pretty this tank looks. That's cool, man. Okay, now on to the fun part. Let's drop these. To be expected. And honestly, I'm pretty surprised these sections held up. Because when I hit the wall, and I brought it to the office that time, everything fell apart. And this part stayed up. All the window pieces here fell down, but these are actually pretty easy to put back on. This will actually be done in no time. And I dropped everything together at once. The tanks are totally fine. And surprisingly, the airplane, no problemo. Now it really looks like a diorama, like proper setting now. Well, let's leave this here, and you know, there, just like that. Anyway, there you guys go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sean, for coming down
You're welcome.
again.
Thank you. I always enjoy this. This is always fun for me.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get more stuff coming out, and we'll do more reviews.
Yeah.
And this was a lot of fun, so thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Again,
and I enjoyed the drill as well.
Yeah. Everything that you see is available on the store, brickmeupscottie.com. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes. And buy
Means a
stuff
lot.
in the store. That's
Yeah.
how this works.
Do it.
Yes.
Support my family, man.
Yes.
So Sean and I can go buy some lunch.
Yes.
All right, you guys.
All
Until
right.
next time, Brick us out. I wonder when I lost the audio, man. If you guys were actually curious about the little train station platform on the side, I actually put that there by mistake.
But it fits, you know.
It's kind of cool, right? That's one of the mock designs that we actually sell on our store too.
Okay.
That's custom, man.
Sweet.
Buy it, guys.
Yeah.
I wish we had that kind of winter right now.
Oh, it'd be so pleasant.
Good grief. Hot, yeah.
Oh.
Hot around the whole world right now.
Yes. And it's hot. But as I was saying to him before, at least in Hong Kong in July, it's supposed to be like this, whereas the end of October, when it's not this hot but still this humid, it's over. Summer is like that psycho ex that just won't admit that it's over and go away.
I'm missing a piece there. Looks like I'm missing something that goes there.
Maybe.
I am.
Ah, who knows? Who's gonna see it?
Yeah, right. Sorry, you clean my table, man.
Why?
I don't want all this crap on there.
Doesn't matter.
Looks more run down anyway.
That's fine.